Hey everyone, today I'm going to do another Q&A. We're going to talk about how to optimize your performance. I'm getting a ton of questions about training and nutrition and how to get peak results. So here we go. You might know that I have a training app with all my superhero programs. But did you also know that I have a nutrition guide? The guide includes healthy tips, grocery shopping lists, and daily eating plans. So nutrition is just as important as training when it comes to reaching your fitness goals. You can run a marathon and be overweight, and you can have a six-pack and be in lousy shape. So you need to get on top of both training and nutrition. There's no way around it. And it doesn't matter if you're an athlete and you want to perform at your best or at your peak, or if you want to look a certain way. Nutrition is something you got to get on top of. It's important to eat the right amount of protein, fat, and carbs. Protein and fat and carbs are the macronutrients. You can argue also that alcohol is the fourth macro, but that's a different video. So what I think is important to know is that you need to eat enough protein for your muscles, your tissue, nails. You need to eat a combination of fat and carbs, or one of them, to fuel your body. Knowing your macros are extremely important, and think about it this way. If you and I are on the same diet and I'm eating 2,000 calories a day of protein, fat, and carbs, let's say chicken or fish, broccoli, brown rice, and avocado, and you're eating 2,000 calories of ice cream, who do you think is going to be the healthy one? Who do you think is going to build muscle mass or keep their muscle mass? And who do you think is going to have a long, healthy life? So macros are extremely important. Get a little educated, figure out protein, fat, and carbs. So if I understand this question right, it's what macros do you eat before a workout, what do you eat after a workout? And the truth of the matter is that it depends. You do want to eat protein with every meal, or at least that's my philosophy, because you can't take up unlimited amounts of protein. So you want to make sure that you space your protein out over the day. Personally, I want to build strength and muscle mass. I make sure to eat fat and carbs with one of the meals before my workout. Some people like to train fasted. So my answer is it depends. But I'm a huge fan of eating a little carbs and protein before my workout. Once again, it depends. I like to eat a fast carb, like a fruit or a banana if I need energy. If I feel like I'm low on energy, that's quick energy into my system. But one thing that I always do is drink a cup of coffee or do a pre-workout. If you do a good, clean pre-workout, it's not that bad for you. But I make sure not to do that with every single session. There's stimulants in pre-workouts, so you want to make sure not to get too dependent on them. So on the days where I need it, I do pre-workout before. Since the question contains how to maximize both recovery and muscle growth, you should have both carbs and protein in that post snack. So why not a protein shake that you make yourself at home with a high quality protein powder and some berries, or maybe Vasa crisp bread with some smoked salmon on it. So protein and carbs. So over the 23 years that I've been working with training and nutrition, I've tried every diet out there. I failed hard. I've tried my different diets on different clients. And one thing that I realized over the years is that you need to approach this with balance. A diet is just a strategy. You need to figure out what works for you, but you also need to approach it with balance. So for me, the key to success is to find that balance. 17 out of 20 meals on point, 3 out of 20 meals, enjoy life. So if you eat 5 meals a day, that means you're thinking 4-day cycles. You can eat whatever you want 3 times in 4 days. If you eat 4 meals a day, then you have a 5-day cycle, which equals 20 meals, when you can have whatever you want, 3 meals out of 20. And then starts over. So I don't think in weekly cycles, I think in 4 or 5-day cycles. This is a tricky question. Obviously, the importance of staying hydrated, we already know that. It's important to stay hydrated, but it's hard to say how much water you should drink in a day because it's actually a bit individual. I always say if your pee is yellow, yeah, you probably should drink more water. Another trick that I really want to pass on is that if you're playing a sport, let's say you're running, you're doing more long distance training when you're losing a lot of fluids, make sure to start hydrate before, not while doing it or after. So if I know that I'm going on a 5K or 7K run, or I'm playing soccer with my friends for 90 minutes, I make sure to start drinking more water hours before. Because when you're thirsty, then it's actually too late. Once again, it depends. But overall, I'm a big fan of creatine. I think both men and women benefit from creatine. It's been proven to give results. You can both gain strength and muscle. With creatine, it can make you a little more explosive. So whether you're playing a sport or you want to build some muscle mass and a nice physique in the gym, we know that creatine works. Another thing, I do like to do a clean, good pre-workout every once in a while when I need that extra boost. I should throw in there protein powder as well. Protein powder many times has a bad rep, which it shouldn't have. If you buy high quality protein powder, it's actually more available than a lot of natural protein sources. You don't need to eat protein powder or to drink protein powder, but it makes it so much easier to get the protein in every day. Think about this: if after a workout to get 20 or 24 grams of protein, you need to eat 4 eggs. 1 scoop of protein powder will do the same thing. So many times it's just so much easier just to put a scoop of protein powder in a shaker and you're done. I would have to go back to approach things with balance. I think it's really important to come up with a strategy that works for you long term. If your goal is to lose weight, you got to stay consistent. You got to find a way of eating a certain way over a long time. And to do that, you need to approach it with balance. So that's why 17 out of 20 meals on point, 3 out of 20 enjoy life is important, even when losing weight. Another thing that's super important is to be in caloric deficit. You cannot lose weight unless you're in a calorie deficit. That means you need to eat less calories in a day than what you're spending. Rest and recovery is super important, just as important as training hard or eating well. If you don't get enough recovery, your body's going to break down. You will not build muscle mass and you will definitely not reach your fitness goals. So recovery is super important. There's many reasons why you shouldn't go too low on the calories when trying to lose weight. One is health. The other one is consistency, or your ability to do it over a long time. You're not going to get healthier. You're not going to give your body what it needs. If you're going too low on calories, it's going to be unhealthy for the body. You're not going to give it the nutrients it actually needs to survive. Another thing is that if you approach things too extreme, or if you go too hard and too extreme, it's going to be really hard to maintain that. I don't know anyone who could eat 1,000 calories when they should be eating 2,000 calories to lose weight and keep on doing that for week in and week out. So think of it a little more long term and with longevity and consistency in mind. Sleep is a huge topic and extremely important. Without sleep, we're dying. So first of all, you should check out one of the videos that I did with the sleep doctor, Dr. Michael Bruce, if you want to get into sleep more. Sleep is actually a bit individual, so you can't say that everyone should be getting 8 hours of sleep to be optimized. So it really depends. I think the most important thing is the quality of your sleep. You got to make sure to get high quality sleep. Might be more important to focus on than the hours that you sleep. I know a lot of people that are sleeping 9-10 hours and still wake up tired. To get better sleep, there's many things you can do. That's a big topic. That's definitely its own video, but yeah, check out the other videos that I've done with Dr. Michael Bruce. That's it, guys. Remember, when it comes to your fitness journey, you need to figure out what works for you. What works for me might not work for you, but I gave you my 2 cents, and I hope that you can take something with you from this video. Please drop a comment below if you have any more questions. I'll do my best to answer, and I'll see you next time.